Hey everybody, Nick here. Welcome back to the channel. Just a little under the weather today, but I felt it was important to get this video out and talk about how this world really is not made for good people. And it quite simply works for those who are evil, bad people. And I know I've had subscribers making comments about there is no good and there is no evil. Maybe that's true. Maybe it is a construct created by humans and nothing to do with, a god or whatever, religious stuff. But I like to subscribe to the fact that while we're here, it is better to lead a good life than to do shitty things to people and cause harm to people. So whether it's a man-made construct, the good and the evil, I'm still wholeheartedly prefer to be on the good side. Because I feel better when I do good things for people. I feel better when I live a somewhat peaceful life and not causing a lot of shit and harm and just problems for people and for myself. I'm not a good person because I want something out of it. I'm not a good person because I want to go to heaven. I'm not a good person for those reasons. I just feel it's the right thing to do. Sure, maybe I was raised that way. But I think if there were more good people in this world would be a hell of a lot of better place, okay, than what we're having to deal with right now. Over the years, how it keeps just going on. People like to say it isn't getting worse. I think it's getting worse. I think it's always been bad, but it's constantly, getting worse and worse. And it comes to a point where, how bad does it have to get before people start realizing that this fucking place is a hell realm of some sort? But that's not what I'm really doing this video for. I want to just talk about how the world is not set up for good people. Sure, there are a lot of good people in the world. I still believe that. But there's a hell of a lot more bad people in the world. I mean, you can look around and see what's happening around the world, wars and just crime all over the place. There's no real safe place anymore. People have become very desensitized and numb to that and accepting that this is just the way it is. Well, I don't agree with that. I don't accept it. But I don't really have a choice. I will call it out for what it is, what I see, and that's why partially I do this channel. I want to call out the BS, and I have a very strong desire to seek the truth, no matter where it takes me, no matter how ugly the truth is, or for both me and my viewers, whoever is watching these videos. I'm tired of living lies because everything we've been told, everything that we see, it's all a fucking smokescreen and a bunch of lies. Like, sure, not every single thing is a lie. Of course not. If we see the proof or whatever, it's there. But even some things we see, there's so much perceptual manipulation out there. They get away with so many things that they want, just from controlling, media, and the politicians are all controlled and organizations are controlled. Everything is just so tainted. And it goes against not just good people, but everyone really. But good people, I would say, this world is not for. So many people get away with murder. So many people get away with so much corruption and doing bad things to people. Terrible, terrible things to people. And it seems like the world just continually rewards those. You see people getting away with ripping off large organizations, running away with money. You see people who did crimes in the past never get caught. There's so many things that we haven't even discovered, like the Epstein thing. We don't even know. We only have seen the tip of the iceberg on that, or the P. Diddy thing, or I mean, there's so many things that people just will never know about, will never discover. That's why I say everything has been a fabrication, fabricated with lies. Everything about society. We never find out the full truth about anything. But people, good people are just, it doesn't pay to be good in this world. You know how that whole phrase of it doesn't pay to do crime? Well, it does. It does, because more and more these days they're getting away with it. You see in third world countries or whatever, government officials working with the crime syndicates because the drug traffickers, because they're making tons of money. So it's always about fucking money. I mean, it's money and power. It's just, if you're a good person, this place is even more, it's going to cause you even more suffering. If you're like a rotten piece of shit, for you don't care. You just want to make sure you get your piece of the pie, keep on doing what you're doing, I won't get into exact details, but there's just people who are like really carefree about that. Even if there's some good people that just think that this place is still wonderful. I never understood that. And bad things will happen to them and they'll still be like, that's life. God didn't want that, me to be happy. Like, it's just demented. It's almost as like Stockholm syndrome. They treat this life like it's that your kidnapper, and then you end up falling in love with it. Life is like the kidnapper, and you end up liking it and just accepting all the terrible things that it does to you. So yes, this world is not meant for good people. It's really not meant for anybody, if you ask me. But bad people love it here. Like people who are just so accustomed to evil things and just, causing all kinds of problems for others and have no empathy, psychopathic behavior, sociopathic behavior. And the universe does not pay back good people. Like, look at the bullshit that a lot of these people do, and then they end up getting all the news coverage. Most news coverage is negative shit. Why is there no positive stuff happening? Why do they not show the positive stuff? Because everything is so, how would I say? The main event is terrible events, are tragedy and just drama and all kinds of shit. Like, it's just nonstop. Me as a good person, and I guess I shouldn't care, but that's part of being a good person, being empathetic. Sure, I don't care about certain things, and I'm just pretty much checked out of this place because I don't see the future getting bright. But I still sometimes think like, maybe it can get better. Maybe it can improve. And deep down inside, I know it's not. It's just not. Because everything is being controlled at the very top by some real sinister pieces of work. Okay? And even though they control all levels of the system, like government, banks, and big corporations, from top bottom, the people in the middle who are being controlled don't really know. They don't really know. They're probably good people who are stuck in a position, and unfortunately, a lot of good people end up selling themselves out for cash, for comfy jobs because they don't want to lose their job. A lot of people do not have character. A lot of people are missing conviction. In order to do the right thing. A lot of people would rather not go against the grain because it's too uncomfortable. And that includes good people, especially good people. Bad people, it's very easy. They don't think about how it's going to affect others. So it's it's a no-brainer for them, But good people will still think for a second and just like, I don't have a choice, I have to do it. Just like the year where everyone had to do a certain thing in order to be able to travel and work and, live a normal life. A lot of people just don't want to rock the boat. And that's why this place continues to go downhill. Not enough people speaking up. It does not pay to be a good person. This world is relentless, especially to good people. I'm not saying change who you are, because damn well know, I ain't going to be changing. That's for sure. I'm going to be maintaining who I am as a person and to continue to speak my truth, speak my mind. It's just very difficult to watch where the world is going. You know what I mean? I understand we're all going to end up being worm feed. But while we're here, why can't it be pleasant? Why can't this place at least... It's just crazy how much shit there is. And it's almost like people continue to... how would I explain it? You want to fix a problem. You see a leak somewhere. One person comes by, I can't be bothered with that right now. The next person will deal with it. Next person comes, they see it. I can't right now. Leave it for the next person. That's how I feel like what's going on in this world. Is that the problems are being left to the next person. And none of these people in office care about us. None of these people in government or high positions of power give a shit about the rest of the population. They're just there to do the bidding, get their money, get their wealth, and move on. This place is so rotten to the core that it would just take so long to change. Where the fuck are all the good people? Now, I saw evidence of that during the 2020, 21, when people started realizing that shit's happening, shit's going down, your rights are being taken away. They're not even rights, they're privileges really, they're temporary, but we like to call them rights. People came out, but really not enough. It's not enough to make real lasting change, okay? Because the people that are in government are only a reflection of the of the actual people, of whatever country it may be. Now, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I have an idea. But that these people are being controlled, manipulated. Specifically the leaders, presidents and prime ministers and all these other people. You just have to go do some research, go down the rabbit hole. You'll find out a lot of shit, okay? But this world is just... I think it's irredeemable. I really do. And it's hard to, as a good person myself, I don't know. I mean, what can I do? Just seeing it happening, and everyone's just sort of asleep at the wheel, too busy with life to really make any sort of difference. Because of this system that we're all enslaved to, it really prevents people from doing a lot. And then you get the other shit that distracts people, the sports and all that other nonsense, all the rest of the stuff, consumerism, the poor quality food that fucks with everybody's mind, doesn't allow you to think critically. There's a lot of different things. Everything in this reality, whether you think it's a simulation, whether you think this is a physical reality, like we've been taught, everything is connected. Everything affects another thing, okay? So where are we going with this? Like, how much longer can this go on? This nonsense, the same old. Wars all the time, people dying everywhere, people starving, and just so many good innocent people have gone. And what the fuck for? And then people will use religion as a safe haven, to explain everything, because they can't go against their fundamental beliefs from since they were little. That's a big barrier. When someone believes something and it's just, and you tell them it's not true, it stirs up real, strong emotions in people. There's no fixing this place. There's no, and I know people are gonna probably say, "Well, you're a defeatist. You've given up." I haven't given up on just sort of living my life, and I'm still gonna speak what I have to say for those who want to listen. But really, this place is really disgusting, and it's not for good people. I mean, if you're I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'll have people come in and say, "Well, how do you know the evilness isn't the main thing?" Well, maybe it is. Maybe this place is like a trap or a dungeon for people, for our, whether you believe in souls or energy force or whatever. Maybe it is. Maybe we're doomed to suffer here for whatever reason. I don't believe it's a test, because I'm not going to get into that. It's just so hard to try to figure out what the hell this all is. But I do know that it's not meant for good people. You see, like, all these, like, demons of the earth and whatever you want to call them. They do bad things and they get the attention online. Like, look at the indecent shit that goes on. And they get all the attention in the world. Negativity is very, very attractive to a lot of people. I don't know if that's just because where we are, or this is because of the energy. I really don't know. All I know is it is really, really tough place to be a good person. But I will never stop being a good person. I will never stop doing the right thing. Ever. I don't care if it has nothing to do with religious stuff or anything. That's who I will be. Sure, I'm not going to let people walk over me and whatnot, but I will defend myself when I have to. But I will maintain who I am and who I've been since I was born, I guess, or since I was raised by my mother. And that's all I can really say about that. The world is not meant for good people. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I just thought about this today. Thanks for watching as always. And we'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye for now.